Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. I am so happy to bring you this video because I want to say, first of all, bravo, bravo. We are now 10 days in and we are starting to see the results. So I'm just going to do a recap video of everything we've accomplished thus far. And what I'd like you to do is comment, how do you feel now that you're at this point? 10 days, we're a third of the way finished, and we are starting to really get the gist of this. This process is starting to make sense. Okay, so let's talk about all of the items that we organized to utilize. These are high frequency use items, and they tend to get scattered out through all over the house. And then we can't find one of them when we need them. So we end up repurchasing something in order to have it because we can't find the other ones that we have. So it's a very frustrating cycle to be in when you can't find something. I'm going to fix that for you. So let's talk about the items that we have organized to utilize. The first one, medications, vitamins, and supplements. Really important. Now, if you were clever and you went and watched the video on the playlist Organized to Utilize, there were some tips in there you probably didn't know. So check that video out. But one of the things I want to mention is you need to have all of these, both your over-the-counter medications and your prescription medications and your vitamins and your supplements, all stored safely out of the reach of children and pets. Bottom line. That's the first priority. Safety is always going to be first. So we want to make sure they are stored securely away from children and pets. The other thing that I want to suggest, two things. I like to make a list of all the medications that I take. This is a tip. You probably didn't hear this. I have a list of all the medications that I take. I wrote it on a little in a business card sized piece of paper. It has my doctor's name. It has his contact number. It also has my primary contact for, somebody to call in case I get in an accident. And it also has the list of medications that I take so that the paramedics know in the case I have to be transported to the hospital. And they're going to, behind my driver's license, it's like a little medical card. It's also great if you have any allergies, particularly if you have allergies to medications. Okay, that was a tip. Also, if you had refills as you were going through and you realized you had some expired meds and you need refills, then we needed to go ahead and make a note to contact our primary care physician to get those refills so we don't run out. Also, any expired medications or vitamins, we want to make sure that we safely dispose of them. The best way is to take them to a kiosk at a pharmacy. A lot of chain pharmacies have these, and you can just pop them in the kiosk. That way they are disposed of safely, which is great for wildlife, children, and pets. Okay, lastly, I also suggest if you haven't had a health checkup in a while, you may want to go ahead and contact your doctor just to kind of get, that feel-good checkup. All right, that was day one. So day two, we worked on our water bottles and coffee cups. These are items of overwhelm. I'm just telling you, when I go in to work with a client, one of the things that we talk about are items of overwhelm. And oftentimes it's water bottles and coffee cups. I mean, I will just have I had an ultrasound technician and I was talking with her and she said, what do I do with all these coffee cups? I don't want to get rid of them because they're sentimental. So we developed a plan right there while I was getting an ultrasound. So, whatever works. But we also wanted to make sure that we have water bottles for the gym and that we have access to those water bottles, that we begin to use them and reduce the use of plastic bottles and save our planet a little bit, but also so that we can sterilize them and we can make sure we're hydrating. All right, the next thing we talked about was exercise equipment. That's that home stuff that we have, the dumbbells, the resistant bands, the, hand weights, leg weights, yoga mat, yoga blocks. I mean, those are just things I have, but treadmill, walking pad, your recumbent bike, your stationary bike, your elliptical, all of those things. We made sure that we got those into an area where we are going to use them because we do exercise daily as part of this process, but also we gathered all of the things together. I gave you a couple of tips in the little video that I posted about what I did, because where I work out is in my bedroom. I just made a little rolling cart that slips under the bed. I have my stuff. I can roll it out from under the bed, utilize it, and then roll it back. It's out of the way. I'm not tripping over it, but it's right there where I need it. And that's one of the things, in order to utilize, we need to have them located where we use them. So that's just a tip. Also, oh, wait, one more thing on medications. If you wear eyeglasses and you have an extra pair of eyeglasses, I put a spare pair of eyeglasses in where I put my medications. So because I can't read that little tiny print, that way I don't have to go searching for my glasses to be able to read the medication bottles in my box where I keep my meds. Okay. Talked about exercise clothing, you know, just to kind of motivate us. We gathered all the stuff that we usually like to exercise in, and we located those where we're going to, you know, be able to utilize them. So this is your leggings, yoga pants, you know, any workout gear that you have, you want to make sure you have them, because you could lose your entire motivation to go to the gym if you can't find the clothes that are going to be comfortable for you to work out in. And if it's too hot for sweats, you can't find your workout shorts or your sports bra, those things can derail your motivation. Oh, well, I'll just go another time. You know, we want to have them ready, provide that support to maintain our motivation. All right, I also just suggested make a little gym bag. If you have a gym membership, you're going to want to start to use that again. And so just make a gym bag, because gathering that stuff to try and find something to put it in, and, you know, that's another motivation drain if you don't have everything prepared. All right, so we're moving on. We then went into our personal care items, which are toiletries and our personal care devices or appliances. And we talked about another area of product overwhelm. This is a great contributor to the bathroom clutter. So what we did is we gathered all of our personal care products and we made beauty baskets, boxes, or bins. So we have a schedule, we'll talk about this, but we have a schedule where we do our scheduled health and beauty routines. Mondays are facial days, Tuesdays are mani-pedi days, Wednesdays, deep conditioning the hair care, Thursdays, dental health days, Friday, facial day again, and Saturday is outdoor fresh air, fun in the sun day, exercise, take your dog for a walk day. And then Sunday is our serene, kind of serene and relaxed day. It's a reset day. All right, but these personal care items, we want to have them accessible. The problem is we have so many, it causes us a lot of stress to even look at it. So what we want to do is minimize the clutter, use those almost empties first, get your last drop and get your money's worth out of that product and recycle that container. So that's going to reduce some of the clutter. If you have products that are not opened yet and you haven't opened one, then they can go into another overflow product storage area, like in the laundry room or some other place where it's not going to clutter up the space that you use every day to prepare for work or, you know, whatever activities you do. So those are a couple of ideas. Also, you can make little travel size ones and throw them in your gym bag, but you want to be able to utilize these products because that's what you bought them for. So that was our personal care items. We started to create a like a device catalog. We made a health and well-being plan, and in that we wrote down all of the things that we have purchased to enhance our health and well-being, and then we do a pick 3 every day. Just pick 3 things off of that plus your health and beauty routine. So eyeglasses, sunglasses, and contacts. So we gathered all of our eyeglasses. I have a whole video on the Organize to Utilize, how to repair them, my best tips, tricks, strategies, and suggestions on eyeglasses, sunglasses, and contacts. It's really important we keep these in good working condition, as well as up-to-date prescriptions, so that we are really accentuating our eye health. So it's really important that we keep these clean and functional, especially contacts, because you're putting those right on your eyes. But if you haven't seen your eye doctor in a while, this is the time to go ahead and make that appointment. Next, we talked about baskets. Now, baskets can be great storage devices. They add warmth through a room. I mean, it's just baskets are warm and inviting, and they're also collectible, so you may have a few of those, but they're great for storing things. I'm always going to promote, use what you have before you go out. I'm not an influencer. I'm a de-influencer. My job is to help you have a happier life, and part of that is financial well-being. When you have financial well-being, you feel better about your life, and you're more optimistic. So I'm not going to tell you to go spend a bunch of money. I'm going to tell you to use what you have first. You can upgrade later, but right now use what you have first, because you got it. You might as well use it. But also, I'm not going to encourage you to go spend a bunch of money. I don't take product endorsements. I don't take sponsorships. I get offers, but I don't do that, because then it's going to taint my message to you. It's going to be influenced. I don't want to influence you to buy a particular product. If I think something works, I'm going to tell you, but I'm not getting an endorsement for that. It works because I use it. I don't use it if it doesn't work, like my Listerine spray. Okay. Use those baskets, but I am posting a video on how to clean them. There is one on the Organized to Utilize playlist, but I find that when I did a lot of those videos, my birds were making extraordinarily loud noises, because I have just 2 parakeets, but every time I was filming in my downstairs studio, it was like party time for the birds, no matter what I did. So I moved my studio upstairs. It's much quieter. But as I go back and look at some of those videos, and I have comments from you guys saying, you know, that video still has those birds drive me crazy. I get it. Okay, so, and then we are working on getting our luggage organized. First of all, look at every little pocket in those luggage. I guarantee you're going to find something you did, like earrings. Earrings and lipstick are always stuck in luggage somewhere. So I suggest you get that luggage ready so that once we're done with this process and you feel like going on a spontaneous trip to celebrate, you're going to have your luggage all ready to go. So that is what we have accomplished thus far in our Organized to You lives. Look at how far we've come.